Mr Chair.
I call the Honourable Member, the Honourable Minister David Carter.
Mr Chair, the member who has just spoken suggests that we should accept the amendment proposed by the Honourable Damien O'Connor in a measure of good faith. And as I attempted to explain to the House earlier, this is about passing legislation and being involved in this legislation where we need to be. It is not about telling Fonterra the size of their fund. That is clearly something that Fonterra have recognised is their business. That's why they proposed a vote on it in the last referendum they had amongst their shareholders. But if I want to give the member any advice around the operating with good faith, and if the member ever wants to successfully move an SOP with the government, then in engaging in good faith, the member should discuss it with government. And it would be worth noting to the House today that the earliest I knew of this amendment by the Honourable Damien O'Connor was approximately 10 o'clock this morning when he emailed it through to my office. So that doesn't suggest to me good faith, but regardless of that, I don't intend to involve myself in passing legislation simply to establish good faith when I know that public policy-wise it is wrong. The second comment I want to make is the one that's coming from the Labor Party, that this is the demise of the cooperative. Give the shareholders of Fonterra far more credit than that and stop belittling them. If they thought for 1 minute this was the demise of the cooperative, they would not have voted for it. They are not dumb. These people are bright business people with huge investments in their farms and in their shares in Fonterra. They have analysed this issue carefully. There has been a huge amount of press for them to be involved in, to understand the issue, and the vast majority, 66.45%, voted for it. That is an absolute clear majority. How Damien O'Connor can interpret that as 50% leaves me absolutely speechless. The last point I want to comment on, Mr Speaker, is a further supplementary order paper number 52 that I have presented for the House. And I've presented this supplementary order paper which moves the existing text from section 150C1BA into the purpose statement for the milk price regime in section 150A. In particular, Section 150C1BA stated that any notional costs, revenues or other assumptions taken into account in calculating the base milk price must be practically feasible for an efficient processor. Moving this to the purpose statement directly links the requirement for assumptions to be practically feasible with the achievement of contestability. This is intended to improve clarity in relation to the existing government policy. It does not represent a change in government policy. It does not represent a change in government policy.
Mr Chairman.
I call the Honourable Member, the Honourable Te Iraroa Flavel.
Kia ora, Mr Chair. Kia ora tātou.